Zach, aka Zach's Reviews. We are back again with another video. And guys, we are finally on camera. After a while, we're finally back on camera. Guys, we have a lot to talk about in this episode. As we all know, we're in Rivervale. This is episode 2, chapter 97, called Ghost Stories. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I am not liking this Rivervale stuff.
No, I think it's too dark for me.
Yeah, as we all know, for everybody that watched our last week's review,
listen to our review
and listen to it, you guys know that Annie doesn't like scary things. Annie just for a second she didn't even want to come back to until she wanted to come back for the next episode of Rivervale until we're back to normal in episode 6, which I've been hearing. And that's when we're going to start getting back to normal things with Riverdale, and it continues right where it left off. That's what I'm assuming. But guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not liking Rivervale. I didn't like the first episode. I was like, this is ballsy. I'm not sure, because I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't know if it was I knew it was I kind of felt like it was probably in a different universe, because Archie woke up in the episode and didn't know what was, he dreamt that he was in a town called Riverdale, and he dreamt that, him and Betty were hooking up, and there was a bomb underneath his bed. And I was like, okay, we might be in a different universe. What's happening? Why we're here? Annie suggested it could be because KJ had his baby and he wanted some time off. Little did we know that's what everybody's thinking on everybody else's reviews. That's what that's what they've been saying. Hence why this is happening. But I'm not gonna lie, this show doesn't work without KJ Appa. I just don't like it. I don't like how we don't have Archie Andrews. I don't like how they're trying to make us care for these characters, but yet all of them committed a murder of him in this alternate universe. Yeah. It's I don't like it.
He's like Cheryl, Betty.
I don't like any of them right now.
All of them,
I don't like it.
They helped kill Archie.
And I don't really like how it's these characters are making it sound there was a scene in today's episode with, Tony is calling, Betty finally saying, I think something bad is happening in Rivervale, and I think this La Llorona, she's a person that takes gets called upon and takes babies and children.
She took Betty's unborn baby. She took baby Anthony.
And I'm thinking to myself, you're making it sound like, oh my God, this person's gonna start killing everybody. But you committed a murder, and Betty committed a murder. But yet in this episode, we see Tony trying to prevent Betty from putting her friend away in prison because apparently her friend murdered her daughter, but yet it was La Llorona. And I'm thinking to myself, she's like, oh, you're just trying to save, I don't believe you, Tony, you're just trying to save your friend from committing a murder. She's going to prison. I'm thinking to myself, Betty, you deserve to go to prison. I'm thinking to myself, I told Annie, I'm like, I don't really care for any of these characters right now, because they're not our characters. That's not our Betty, that's not our Tony, that's not our Jughead, that's not our Tabitha, and they expect me to care that Tabitha finally tells Jughead, I love you, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't care. I'm like, I would love it if this was normal you, but I know this isn't you. I don't really care. It's you committed a murder. I don't care what's happening to you. And if we think about it, Cheryl is the reason all this is happening. She put the curse on everybody. It's the same continuity from Riverdale, from where we left off with Cheryl finishing that spell from Abigail. It came to this universe and is the same problem. But it's like Archie's the only one that remembers in his dream that he was in Riverdale and everything, and he's the only one who remembers that stuff. I thought that was weird, and the fact of again, they expect us to care about characters and care for these characters that again committed a murder.
Yeah.
And the writers expect us just to care about these characters after they just committed a murder.
When I was watching last week's episode, I felt like Jughead killed his best friend.
Exactly.
He killed his best friend.
They all committed a murder. And they expect us to care about Tony losing her baby, Tony making the sacrifice for baby Anthony, and La Llorona taking over her body.
That was creepy as hell.
Which was weird. I'm like, okay. I'm like, alright. And then they expect us to care when, Tabitha is about to kill Jughead and things going on with them in their relationship. They expect me to care when we find out finally about Reggie's car. Which was weird.
Let's talk about that. Reggie made his car Bella after a teacher that he slept with.
That literally was manipulating kids into doing
sex
that. Yeah. So I'm thinking to myself, that's weird. And I was with Veronica. I'm like, that's weird as shit. But then when she was kind of saying, when she confronts him, beats the crap out of his car, saying, what was her name? Isabella, the car he named after the person that was like that, manipulated him in school. He's like, it wasn't like that, she was the only person that really listened and like the only person that really told about my father, abusing me and stuff. And I was like, okay, it's like kind of like you're honoring her in that way, but I was like, dude, she did commit a crime. I mean, Veronica's not wrong. I was like, this is very weird. I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, I have two things to say, and they're like not like,
huh?
They're not like together. It's like two different things.
About the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I feel for Reggie because his dad died.
Yeah, that was, continuity from our story come over here. Like, Reggie and his father were on good terms before we went to this universe. Mm-hmm. They started trying to work things out. It's like, it really pisses me off because it's like, I want to see that more. Like, it's like, if that happens in our normal Riverdale, they robbed us of that. They robbed us of leaving it in the cliffhanger with all our characters doing things. And it's like they're robbing us of those moments. I would have felt a lot more for that if that was actual Reggie and we got to see the moments with he had time with his father before his father's passing. I hope that's just in this universe that happens and it's not going to be something that actually happens in Riverdale when we get back to normal Riverdale. Yeah. I just don't like things that that because it feels like things are getting taken from us and I don't like that.
And the other thing is, Veronica called him Reggikins.
I'm sorry, that is so cringy in so many ways, and I'm sorry.
Because she called Hiram Daddykins, she called Archie Archiekins.
And I'm sorry, it's like, Reggie was kind of right of him being jealous because of Archie. Because it's like, we see that it's not the same for her as when she dated Archie. It's like she wants him to be, almost to be like Archie. I mean, I kind of see that, like, Reggikins, or this and that. It's like it's like she even knows it's not Archie, and I can totally see that through the character. And it's like I don't buy the whole her and Reggie thing. I just don't. I mean, it makes sense, but it's like I feel where Reggie was coming from. It's like he won't be better than Archie, and even like in a way she kind of knew that, hence why she killed him in this universe. She was like, that's to take him out of the equation entirely.
I like the Reggie and Veronica ship.
I do too, but it's like that just confirmed it even more. His theory of I'm not like Reggikins. Come on, like that's such an Archie thing.
I'm not trying to like forget about Archie because I never will forget about Archie.
Yeah, that was a big part of the story. Yeah.
But I do like this new.
I do too. It's
weird because
it just sounds weird. I just think of Archie kid. I feel like that's the only reason she's saying that is because again.
The thing is, the only thing that's weird about Veronica and Reggie is that Charles and Kane broke up in real life, so it's awkward.
Probably not for them. It's again at the end of the day they're still friends, and at the end of the day this is just acting. So I mean, it doesn't really. You have to put those things aside in that business.
I wonder what Betty can tell Fangs about Tony.
I don't know, and I don't care. Again, these aren't our characters. And again, how is this going to do anything how is this doing anything for us for the continuity of Riverdale? What is this show, this 5-part event, doing for our show? Nothing. What? They literally did this for KJ. That's it. That's the only reason. And I'm sorry, I gave Annie the best analogy ever, like the best example of what they're doing right now. It's like I go to a restaurant and I haven't eaten all day. And I'm really looking forward to a meal I had from the last time I came to the restaurant. And I made space for this one meal. But it's like, and it's like, and they come to the table, the waiter, and they ask me, do I want appetizers? And I'm like, are you kidding me? No, I don't want any appetizers. I came here to have my main course meal. I'm not doing it. And it's like this show is trying to shove appetizers down our throat until we get back to normal Riverdale. And I would rather have waited until he was ready to come back to the show and then finish the story. I hate what's going on right now. I just don't know what it's doing for us.
I kind of understand where that's coming from because
What's the point?
I went to Robin a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they gave us the mozzarella sticks.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like you come there for a certain meal.
But I didn't get to eat what I ordered because I was eating the mozzarella sticks.
Or it's like...
So I understand where he's coming from with that.
It's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's like you're going in for something, but then someone makes you eat something else. Or tries to ask you, oh, do you want this? Or comes back again and says, you say no the first time. They come back again and say, are you sure you don't want anything? It's like, no, I'm sure. And it's like they just end up shoving it down your throat anyways. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want...
Yeah.
So it's like... I just don't like what they're doing. It's like, it would have been better if they would have just waited. And we would have been fine with that. It's kind of like, what is this doing for us? This is just filler.
Yeah.
This is all filler. It's not going to do anything. And I hope it doesn't do anything. Because I don't want this whole Tony becoming Lorona in the next episode, and when we get back to normal Riverdale. I don't want Archie dying if that's what they're trying to hit, is that all the stuff that's happening here is going to happen there.
Well,
when I just didn't like it.
The thing is, they can't kill Archie because
he's the main thing, and I feel like this proves it.
Based off Archie
and also this proves it because I've watched other people's reviews and they're not liking this. People are wondering, what's this doing for us? What is the show meant to do? What's the point? What's the point? Like,
there's no point to it.
I don't like, again, how all this is happening because of Cheryl.
Yeah, Cheryl.
All this is happening because of Cheryl. She manipulated everybody. And Archie was the only one that really realized that. Of course, also, people were wondering the moment when Betty turned to with Cheryl, to her craziness, is when Betty went into the house. And when she walks out, she's all smiley and happy, is because she got manipulated inside the house. Cheryl knew that's what she was going to try to do, same thing in the last episode.
Her and Archie's house, or
no,
or
remember
Cheryl's house in Thornhill?
In Thornhill, when the whole Maple Festival was going,
yeah.
Cheryl knew that's exactly what Betty was going to do, and she tricked her. She knew exactly what she was, you know what I mean? Like, she knows how Betty is. So when people were wondering, oh my god, when did Betty turn? I thought Betty was on Archie's side and, like, investigating Thornhill. That's when she turned, when she went in and came out all
happy.
I said, Annie, I'm like, she turned. I'm like, oh no. That's when she turned. And I just hate how, like...
You can't go into Thornhill and go into Cheryl's house and come out normal.
I just don't understand how everybody was drinking the crazy juice in the first episode. Like, everybody was falling for it. It's like, did we forget all the crazy shit Cheryl's done?
Yeah.
Do we forget it?
Cheryl's crazy.
She's right when everybody found out the deer was cut up on a damn rock with crazy ass carvings on it. I would have been like, don't trust Cheryl. She cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. No one talked to her. But everybody said, oh, we're just going to do it anyways. We're going to talk to her. It wasn't her. Oh, even though it was on her property. She was acting sus running the body. She's running an all-girls school of mischief with all bow and arrows pointed at people for no reason. Like, she was on that crazy bullshit from Square One, and everybody just totally ignored it and drank the crazy juice.
And she got the twins back.
That doesn't make any sense to me, because I was talking to Annie saying, how does this make sense? Because those aren't, I mean, I understand they're technically family to her too, but it's like, again, it was Paulie's kids, and Alice should have custody over those kids. I'm shocked how that's even.
But Jason's kids.
But exactly. But I was like, again, as we all know, that they're not very stable that side. So I was like, why would you let? I was like, it was whatever. I mean, that's been going on for a while.
Dagwood,
especially now with the way Cheryl's acting, everybody's been seeing it now. Especially her fit she had in where we left off in Riverdale.
Yeah.
After that,
no.
So
Dagwood comes into the room and goes, onto Cheryl. Jupiter's like drowning herself.
Yeah, she's like splashing and she's not answering the door.
She's splashing, she's not answering. It took Cheryl like 10 minutes to open the door.
Why
would your niece is like dying? It's
crazy because none of this would have happened if it wasn't for what she did. Nothing started happening until she cursed everybody. Things were happening with Tabitha, and again, she set it all up so they would go back to the old ways. Hence, all this magic shit started happening. It's because of her. If anybody should be blaming her, it should be like, you lied to us. You said we did whatever, this good things would happen. Nothing ever since whenever we killed Archie, bad things have been happening. And when Betty lost the baby to the La Llorona, I was like, I don't feel bad for you. I'm like, it's sad, but it's like you killed your husband. It's like you killed your boyfriend, soon-to-be husband. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like I don't like this version of Betty. I don't like these characters right now.
I would not commit murder anyway, but I wouldn't kill my boyfriend, almost to be husband.
You see what I'm saying, though? It's like, why do they think we would care?
I don't care.
When this isn't our characters, that doesn't do anything for the continuity of Riverdale. I'm just not liking this. And what really annoys me is that I thought for sure, since we were getting into Cheryl becoming, learning about her magic, we would get it in normal Riverdale, which we still can, But it's like they're kind of taking away the fact of we won't see Sabrina in normal Riverdale probably. We'll just see her in this 5-part crossover because that's what she's in the 5 parts. She's like I think in the 4th episode. After next week, she'll be in it.
Yeah.
That's what at least what I'm hearing. She won't be in normal Riverdale, and that kind of takes away from what we wanted and what we deserve. We've been wanting Sabrina in Riverdale, not Rivervale. I don't care.
The entire time. We wanted.
What is the point? I need them to give us a reason that isn't what we're all thinking. This was just because KJ had a baby. Like, there has to be a reason they're doing this for the continuity of Riverdale, and I need to find out what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what it is yet, and I don't care about these characters. If anything, I'm getting annoyed. It's like, I don't care. You should have just waited until he was able to come back and then have Sabrina in the normal Riverdale, which it still could happen. I don't know. Again, I don't know. Other people do more research. But if that's true, guys, what do you guys think? Are you guys annoyed that she's going to be in Rivervale, not Riverdale? And are you guys annoyed thinking that, what happened with Reggie's dad? Do you think that's something that might actually happen in Riverdale and they kind of spoiled it for us in Rivervale?
Yeah.
Do you guys, I feel like there's a lot of accurate continuity from what we know from where we left off in this, but things are changed and it's just Rivervale. But it's like everything would have happened probably is in this weird town, and I don't like that. I wish it would have played out normally in Riverdale. I mean, besides the fact I know they wouldn't kill off Archie because he's the main character, and I feel like I wouldn't be shocked if there's a big drop-off because they did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't be shocked because I feel like this is making people want to not watch the show because you're doing this stuff. Yeah. When you should have just waited until we got back to normal Riverdale. Mm-hmm. That's my personal opinion, and I guess Annie agrees with me on that. You agree? Mm-hmm. I want to know down in the comments below what you guys thought about this episode. Again, I didn't really care much for what was happening. Like, I can't care because this doesn't do anything for our characters in Riverdale. What does this do? Besides, nothing. It's just filler, and it was made. This solution was made for KJ, which again, kudos to him. And none of this is his fault, but I do think they should have waited, and to give us the story we all wanted to see, where it left off with the bomb underneath their bed and everything that was going around the town of Riverdale. We want to see that. I don't care about what's happening in Rivervale because it's not our town. It's not our whatever. It's like I just don't care. Things are getting very weird very quickly, and it's like, I just don't...
It's too dark for me.
Theoretically speaking, none of our characters would turn like that. You think any of our normal characters of Riverdale would drink that crazy juice? You're wrong. You're wrong. No, none of our characters do that. Sure as hell not Betty. Not Kevin after he went into a cult before. Think he'd make that same mistake again? No. I think not. So I was like, I don't know. I just don't care. So, yeah.
This is stupid.
I don't care. And I don't want to say this. I loved the way Riverdale's been acting ever since we got season 4 with all of them coming back and everything. But since we're in season 5 now, it's 6 now. I guess season 5. And I like the beginning of season 5, but towards the end, I was like, it's a little weird. It was a little rocky in that second part when we came back from break. But, I really thought we would start off this season with a bang of, okay, it left off in such a great place. Let's go. What's going to happen? We're going to get Sabrina actually in normal Riverdale. But now since it's going to be in Rivervale, it's like they're taking stuff from us like that. It's like, I don't care. I want to see I want to see Sabrina act with our normal characters from Riverdale. Like, I want it to be normal. She didn't mention Rivervale in her show. She mentioned Riverdale. So it's like you're taking that from us. It's like it's stupid.
Yeah, I think this was just stupid.
But again, if you guys love the episode, I'm super happy for you guys. If you guys are enjoying this little Twilight Zone thing,
yeah, we're happy.
I just don't like it because it's like it just I feel like they only did this as filler for KJ. And I feel like they really have no initial plan of where this is going. And I feel like none of this can really makes any sense in the continuity of where we left off in Riverdale. Because Cheryl wasn't at the point yet, I feel like, where stuff like this would be happening yet. And it just doesn't make sense. And it's like, again, they're making it so it feels like it's like we're continuing. But it's like they kind of like scrapped it saying, Archie, the only one remembering, saying, oh my god, I had a dream. We were in a town called Riverdale, and we were like, sneaking around, and there was a bomb underneath my bed, and all this. Like, he was only remembered, but it was like it's still a continuation of a lot of the stories that we probably would have gotten going forward. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's like stupid. Confusing.
Yeah, it was stupid.
So, I don't know. I'm just not rocking with it. I want to know down in the comments below what you guys have to say down, about episode 2 of Rivervale.
Yeah.
Called Ghost Stories. It should be interesting. Again, I love hearing what you guys have to say down in the comments below. Literally, this family is growing each and every day, so I love it. Again, if you guys subscribe to the channel, post notifications, like this video, it helps with the algorithm, as I always say, with the channel. Also, guys, we're at 420, on our way almost to 500 subscribers. So again, if you're new to the channel and you love Riverdale or Rivervale, come join this family on the channel. I'd love to have you guys here. We have a lot to offer on the channel if you're new here, so go check out, you know, my TV show reviews, my movie reviews, my unboxings, and everything I have to offer to the channel.
Mini vlogs.
Yeah, go check it all out, guys. I'm planning on doing a vlog on Christmas. No, not Christmas. Oh, Jesus.
Thanksgiving.
Probably Christmas too, but Thanksgiving on, well, actually not Thanksgiving, probably Black Friday, because I'm going to be going out with my friend Troy, and maybe some other of my friends are going to be coming with us, and I'm going to be vlogging it at my Black Friday shopping day. So, you know, I love it. Again, you know, stay tuned for that. Stick around for that, because it's going to be a fun day. I have some things planned for us doing things around the mall, so I'm really excited. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, guys, you know, I'm really interested to hear again what you have to say about Rivervale. Do you guys like Rivervale? Do you guys hate Rivervale? Do you guys think this is going to do anything for the continuity of Riverdale? Or do you guys think that this, again, was just for KJ because he was having his baby and they had to, like, get away to write him off the show and just get some filler before he could come back to finish where we left off from Riverdale in Season 5? But guys, that was the video. Again, new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, post notifications, and like this video. But yeah, we'll see you guys when next Tuesday for. Also, this was must be a shocker to everybody because we reviewed Rivervale on Wednesdays. I said that in my scheduling video, but it actually turns out today it worked in our favor because of the fact that Hawkeye is tomorrow. And I didn't have time to be able to do this tomorrow. So I actually had time to do it today. So that's why I'm probably going to start fitting this in on Tuesdays for you guys. Yeah. There might be a way to figure it out, which we did. So Rivervale's reviews might be on Tuesday going forward.
Yeah, and we had a really rough week last week, so.
Yeah.
Our dog April passed away.
Yeah, we had to put down our dog, what was it, like 2 days ago? A day ago? Yeah, it was like it wasn't last week. It wasn't
Sunday.
Yesterday, it was like the day before that. So
Sunday.
We put our dog April down. It's really hard. Right now in the family with what's going on with our dog, because we had 2 dogs. We had April and Delilah, and it's hard for our other dog that, you know, she won't have her sister come home. So it's really sad. So. Yeah. That's why things have been a little bit weird on the channel. I haven't been posting as much, and I'm starting to trying to get back into track for you guys. Trying to get back on track for you guys. But you know, send out your love and prayers. That would be I would really appreciate that, guys. It's really hard on my sister Bethany. You guys have seen her here. I've mentioned her on the channel multiple times, and you guys have, you know, she's been in some of my movie reviews. She's never wants to be on camera, but she does do some reviews with me. But yeah, it's really been hard on her and my brother Nikki, which you guys have met Nicholas on the channel, my little brother. Yeah. And they're really, really close with her, and they're really taking it hard. So I really appreciate your love and support and prayers down in the comments below.
Our other sister Alyssa, she's taking it hard too.
Yeah, so just everybody in the family in general, it's hard for us to adapt to, but we're taking it one step at a time.
Yeah, we're working on it.
But guys, that was the video. Again, we'll see you guys next Tuesday for Rivervale. Yep. I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Peace.